What's up everyone, Jammy here back again with some more WWE Champions, and today's video is going to be another skill plate review, and today's plate review is going to be on the green reinforcement skill plate. So this is a plate that I acquired fairly recently and I thought would be a very good one to get reviewed. So the green reinforcement plate, as you can see on the left side of the screen, when you make 6 or more reinforced gems, increase your green gem damage by 200% for 1 turn. So we have a list of characters this will be useful for. So let's get into it and let's get started on the first. Alright, so first choice then is quite clear for me. It's unfortunately a character I don't have, which is Rhea Ripley, Mummies on Top. However, a good buddy of mine, Godflow, does have her, and he has very kindly sent me a quick bit of gameplay video because he has both Rhea and the skill plate. So credit to Flo here, and if you're not following him on Twitch, please go and do so. But as you can see from this video then, so good thing with Rhea, first up, there's 2 moves you need. One is the headbutt, which is a 325% boost to the green gems, and then you have the gut wrench face buster, which turns the entire board into reinforced gems, and then follows that up by turning those into green. So you've got the 325% boost, you get the additional 200% from the plate, and then you basically hit 2 boards worth of green gems, and needless to say that knocked Jade Cargill clean out. So yeah, clear first choice I think for me for this one, because obviously those 2 moves, that is a self-recycle as well. So yeah, first choice Rhea Ripley, and let's go and take a look at the second. Okay, so second option for the green reinforcement plate, and I will say options 2 and 3 are kind of close together in terms of ranking them. So option 2 at the moment, I've got Maxine Dupree of the Alpha Academy. So Maxine, if you take a look at her moveset, this is the moveset you'll be looking at, is the green increase, and then you have the pyros which generate greens. And then on top of that you will also choose a 7x5 of reinforced gems, which will obviously set off the plate. And then the arm drag to make pyros into blue. And I know from experience of using this one that this is a very good moveset, so definitely a top choice for the green reinforcement. And let's go and take a look at option 3. Right, option number 3, and as I said, probably very close call between Maxine and this option, which is Michelle McCool, the All-American Diva. So Michelle also runs with a make 42 reinforced gems, and then she has this move here to increase your green gem damage and make reinforced gems into green gems. So slightly different way about it, but still making reinforces, increasing your green gem damage and making reinforces into green. And then the fun part with Michelle as well is you have this ridiculously beefy kick out move, which if you can boost the hell out of it and put a nice health strap on Michelle, pretty much stops, and well, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people struggle against this moveset. This is a nasty one, especially on a showdown defense if you have a good health strap for her. So add that in with the increased damage from the reinforced plate. This potentially makes this even better. So yeah, I do like this as another option. So Michelle is our third. So let's move on from Michelle and we'll take a look at who number 4 is. And option 4 then is not going to be an option necessarily for everyone. It's going to be Triple H, King of Kings. Now, I appreciate that a number of people won't be able to do this because Triple H is obviously a subscription character. You have to have the King of Kings pass in order to use and play with Triple H. So not gonna be for everyone. but definitely useful with the plate. So you have a couple of different options, really. So you have the sledge body shot, which is kind of the obvious one. So you're making 15 reinforced gems. You then have the pedigree to make 16 reinforced into green gems. So not a lot. But then you also have, this would only be applicable for boss. You have the sub there, which makes 30 sub gems, and those remaining subs turn into reinforces. So you could put that in boss if you chose to for the sledge body shot. And just as an extra note, I mean, you also, I didn't even look at that one. You have you can convert power gems into reinforced gems, which is a 1 MP move, so potentially good against a few people. And also, if you have the red reinforce plate, you can also use the jumping high knee move here, and you can potentially get some use out of that as well. So a bit of a double plate setup there. Options for both green and red. So not bad option Triple H, although like I said, he's not making a lot, so the damage isn't going to be as substantial. So that is option number 4. Let's take a look at the 5th. Okay, so 5th and probably final option that I'm going to show off in this video is going to be Seth Rollins Freakin'. So this one is another character that I don't have, so we're going to have to show it off from the moves on the poster. But in reality, this is probably only going to be a faction boss build, because we are relying on the chokehold submission to generate the reinforced gems, which is going to only work in faction boss. So you have the chokehold to make the reinforces, you have the sling blade down here, which will increase your yellow MP, and eventually, if once built high enough, that does build up enough that you can fill the stomp, which turns reinforced gems into green. So it works quite nicely. Now you will obviously notice the diving knee strike here, which makes a 4x4 into reinforced gems, but as a red move I'm struggling to find a way to what I would assume would be run tricolour, so that you can do that and then have a green move that will refill the red and still be able to get the stomp away. It doesn't really work, although again, as with the last one, you could have potentially a red reinforcement gem set up in amongst here, but that will probably be for another video. So yeah, that is Seth Freakin' Rollins, who is our number 5. I do have 2 other honourable mentions who I'm not going to deep dive, but Icons of WrestleMania Bret Hart does have a moveset, and as does Hustle, Loyalty, Respect John Cena, and this is the normal HLR Cena, not the special edition. However, both of them, you can use it, but I don't think it's going to be particularly good. But if someone wants to have a play around with that and try it, then by all means it will work with them. I just don't think it's going to be all that good. But yeah, honourable mentions for those 2. Otherwise, guys, that is it for this green reinforcement skill plate review video. And I hope that it's been useful for you. Obviously, definitely seems like the dominance of this plate is going to be on the female side with Rhea Ripley, Maxine Dupree, and Michelle McCool. Those are, without doubt, the top 3 options for this. So yeah, definitely more of a female-based plate currently. But let me know what you think down in the comments anyway. And if there is anyone that you can see that I have glaringly obviously missed. And otherwise, that is it for the video, so keep jamming and have a nice day.